Shop my wardrobe, 5 outfit ideas with fashion designer Genevieve Sweeney. I personally love to shop my wardrobe. It's something I'm regularly inspired to do each season when I create my capsule wardrobe. I find pieces I'd long forgotten about buried in the depths of my wardrobe, and it's fun to give them a new lease of life for another season. Finding new ways to wear them and creating new outfit ideas with something deemed as old can actually be really rewarding. So I thought it'd be fun to explore this concept, but not with my own closet, and instead with celebrated British knitwear designer Genevieve Sweeney's. Walter keeps trying to steal it.
A blur anyway.
Totally bizarre, but brilliant.
Does anyone know anyone that knitted?
Being in lockdown 3, of course, we've had to use a combination of Zoom, phones and cameras, but I think and hope we've managed to pull it together. So let's get stuck in and hear all about Genevieve's 5 outfit ideas, running her own brand, lockdown life, and of course how she shops her own wardrobe. Hello Genevieve, so nice to see you again. How's lockdown 3 for you?
It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest.
It feels harder this time, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
The first one was kind of a novelty, and now I feel like the novelty's really worn off.
Yeah, I think I had a baby 4 days into the first lockdown, so that was like a blur anyway.
Is that when he was born? 4 days into lockdown?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I think that was just its own kind of like blur, whereas now I feel like I'm properly experiencing lockdown. Now the newborn stage is gone.
I suppose in some ways it was quite nice to have that bonding period where, you know, sometimes when you have a baby, as lovely as it is, you get no end of visitors. And whereas when you had, it's Heston, isn't it?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been able to have loads of visitors. So you just get that real bonding time for you guys together.
Yeah, it was lovely. Like we had like just 3 weeks in bed, just like, bonding. And I think he was 3 months old by the time like grandparents met him.
Well, it's nice for everyone to finally get to meet you. I talk about you a lot on my channel and love your collection, as you know. So it's nice for everyone to get to know you a little bit as well. So
should we get stuck in and go into what is your first favourite outfit that you've got in your wardrobe?
So this is the outfit that I wear throughout the year. I'm working in a studio and I'm often with machinery and things. I do have a kind of a uniform of jeans, jumper and boots. So this is actually like a sneak peek. I haven't shown this to anyone yet. This is my new cardigan.
An exclusive then.
Yeah, an exclusive, yeah. Last year I launched a longer style with pockets, and this is a more kind of spring version, a cropped one.
I love that.
And I custom spin the yarn myself, so they're all really unique colours. So I'm going to bring this close. So this is like a pink, a lime and a grey. Yeah, it's a lovely mixture of hues. So I've got a couple of colours coming in that, but I just love it just because you just throw it on over a t-shirt, over like a long sleeve tee. Like it's just kind of perfect for everything. And I think where I'm always at work and then I pop out, or used to pop out for a meeting or something, or like pop to the club or whatever, you kind of still feel.
It's like old life and new life. We forget that new life is quite different.
Now I put both of this. I always kind of feel, you know, dressed up enough to do those sort of things, and whilst also being at the studio working. So that's kind of like my favourite outfit, is one that can kind of go into all different scenarios. And
just quickly to mention, what was the yarn on that cardigan?
Oh, it's Lambswool.
Oh, lovely.
And Scottish spun Lambswool. The buttons are actually buttons are amazing actually. They're made by the last British button factory in the UK. They're in the Cotswold, and this one is made out of like a milk resin. They take
what? Sorry,
milk, British and Irish milk, and they kind of like take out the curds and kind of make a resin with that. I don't know, it's just a really lovely detail. And the factory that I work with also, I've got them on a couple of other colours, make a button out of a nut. It's really sustainable, and because this nut is kind of so valuable, and it's amazing because it's used as like a food source, and they also trade with it, and nut buttons are one of the things they make from it. It's saved this part of the rainforest, so no one can tear it down or build there or anything. So it is a really amazing product, and something so simple as a button that you wouldn't really realise has this huge kind of like eco positive effect to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Weirdly, I was looking I don't know how I found it, but I was looking at some article that was saying they're growing mushrooms and working out ways to make clothes via mushrooms. And so they've got something to do with Stella McCartney, and they've started an organic farm of these mushrooms to make a fabric with, so that then she's one of the sort of ambassadors of it, and she's started making her collection from mushroom fabric, which is totally bizarre but brilliant.
Yeah, I guess they grow so quickly.
Yeah. So can you tell everyone what's your background in fashion?
My background is I've been a knitter since the age of 5 and always really loved it, and it was just this kind of passionate hobby I had, but never thought I could ever make a career out of it. And then when I was about 16, I met a girl who was doing a degree of fashion knitwear, so that kind of changed my life and set my career path. So I did a 4-year degree in Nottingham-on-Trent, and you really learn how to use the machinery, and you learn about the design, and you get quite a commercial understanding, which is kind of perfect to kick you into career life. And then I worked for a couple of brands across the UK, so Rag & Bone in New York as a design assistant, working with catwalks and just like incredible buzz and very, very kind of like fast, exciting atmosphere. And then I went on to work for Hugo Boss as a creative developer, so I did everything from like sketch to production, so really learning the kind of like the numbers and working with the factories and just getting a kind of real overview of how a collection comes about, which was amazing. So I did a couple of jobs like that afterwards in London as well, and then finally felt it was time, and I was ready to launch my own brand.
Was that scary, taking the leap?
It was and it wasn't. Like, it was something I'd been researching for, I don't know, like 5 years. Like, I always wanted to do it, but never knew. I didn't know anything first. So I wanted to learn the lessons and understand what it is I wanted to do. And then when I felt ready, it kind of all came to place quite quickly. But I spent 2 years trying to find manufacturers in the UK.
Well, we're going to interject with your favourite outfits and then learn a bit more about you. So shall we move on to your second outfit? Something, either a piece or a whole outfit that never fails to give it a bit of polish. We've all got those hidden gems in our wardrobe.
Mine's a jacket that it was given to me by my nan when I passed my GCSEs. That's how old it is. It's actually a 2-piece. It has an amazing skirt with it. So it's a 1950s woven weave. Yeah, I wear it without fail every winter. I absolutely love it. I guess it's just
tweed. I can't tell from here.
Yeah, it's kind of woven check.
Wow, amazing.
The jacket, I feel when I put on, I just feel kind of put together.
Done.
Very confident, yeah, and it kind of really shows off like the jumpers I wear. So I pair it often with this cable jumper.
Oh, that's lovely.
Which has this lovely.
I saw that on your Instagram today, actually, as well.
Yeah, I wear it. Yeah, I've had my one for about 3 years now, and like every winter it comes out, and it's just again a style that makes you feel put together, but also you can relax in, like on the sofa.
Yeah. What stylish granny to find that for you.
Yeah.
So can you share with us some of your favourite pieces from your current collection?
So I'm really excited about this piece. It's a lambswool cashmere blend with silk tweeds, and I'm going to bring it up close. It's covered in kind of like confetti or silk tweed. And it's just amazing. Like a rainbow colour, like it's the most amazing yarn.
Do you literally mean they've used silk as a blend in the yarn? Excuse my ignorance.
Yeah. So it's a blend of lambswool and cashmere, and then the kind of confetti are kind of little pieces of silk did into the yarn. So every jumper is completely unique. Confetti is kind of like thrown into the yarn. It twists differently, so you'll get kind of different colours, lovely kind of greys and quite subtly pink in there, and then just like these neon flecks of colour, which is just amazing. It's just makes you really happy. I love to design clothes that you can wear throughout the changing seasons, like in the winter, and then also beginning of the summer, or like kind of when it's cold in the summer's evening, it's still kind of light enough to put on then with some denim.
I think a lot of people are starting to shop like that as well. We're all becoming far more conscious of who we buy from, what the content is, what fabric, you know, it's made from, what their ethics are as a company, and also trying to buy things that last. I don't want something just for one season. I want to be wearing it in 5 years' time.
Yeah, and I completely agree. And also, especially as now our seasons, they're forever changing, aren't they? Like we could have a really warm October and then like, I don't know, colder May. So something that can work throughout the whole entire year. So it is kind of like, yeah, a cherished piece that you have for years and is kind of like a key part of your wardrobe. Another of one of my favourite pieces, which I wear all the time and I feel just perfect for kind of every day, or if you want to dress up some brogues or trainers, are my sparkly socks.
I love your socks. You sent me the black pair of sparkly socks, and they're like my go-to socks, but for the best, really. And I've just ordered some brogues, funnily enough, so that I can wear them. I like that look, wearing them with open-toe sandals as well.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a nice way of kind of, I guess it changes the look of your shoes as well, which is quite nice to have like, yeah, and like play around with colours and textures. But and yeah, I really enjoyed doing pattern socks. They're all made in Derbyshire with a really kind of very traditional, old-fashioned kind of technique. Yeah, I turned up with all these sparkly yarns and kind of, yeah. It's been a bit of a challenge, but they really enjoy doing it now. Yeah, a really fun product and just a really nice kind of a beautiful gift to give to someone, or a treat to yourself.
Possibly a Valentine's gift to yourself.
So I'm actually launching a special Valentine's Day sock for February. The reason why I wanted to do to design a special sock was because I feel that telling someone that you love them shouldn't happen just one day a year. So by having a pair of socks, you can look at them and it reminds you of that special friend or family member or someone in your life. So yeah, they're launching.
When they're annoying you, you can just flash your sock at them. Like, yes. Remember?
Yeah.
So I know that you wanted to use UK manufacturers. Tell us about how you found them.
I wanted to manufacture in the UK because at the time I was working for like a high street premium brand, and we were sending stuff to China, like, you know, colour samples, and samples were going to and fro, and I couldn't get over the kind of the wastage and the carbon footprint that was creating. Then that kind of made me start researching about UK manufacturing and realised that actually really was hardly anything that anyone knew about. And at the time there wasn't websites like Make It British, which are great kind of directories now where you can find everyone. So I put up
the year did this that you were trying to find your manufacturer?
It was like 2013 to 2015.
Okay. So it wouldn't necessarily have been huge then to find made in the UK as well.
Yeah, and a lot of people are like family-run businesses. They didn't have the budget to have a website, and I guess the internet stuff was all quite new. So I called up the Scottish Textile Board and asked for a couple of names, and they gave me a couple of factories, and then I dragged my husband to Scotland and we went and sat in a pub and just said, does anyone know anyone that knitted? And she like pointed me out to that guy over there, he's a knitter, she's a linker. And I ended up knitting this amazing knitter called Joe, and I bought a machine from him, and he introduced me to his nephew, who ended up making my first ever garment.
Wow.
So it was a world of word of mouth and like the most incredible artisans that had been out of work for about 20 years. And so I started working on small projects, and from that I realised that was the start of my brand kind of growing, because we're kind of piecing, the person that could link the garment together, the person who could wash it, and we kind of built together a team. And then through that I then met other very small factories that you would never find on Google that I could work with, and it kind of grew from there.
So obviously we've been in never-ending lockdowns, as we all know all too well. What would you say has been your most worn outfit through all of it?
The jumper that I've worn the most is definitely the Leslie. It's a brushed wool, and it's a cropped boxy fit, which
I love that colour. That is gorgeous.
It's a beautiful kind of like spiced red with like a melange of like ochre in. It's really warming, and I just love it because it's very lightweight, and it's brushed with thistles, which elongates the fibre, which gives it a kind of like almost like felted feel, but it's really soft against the skin.
Oh wow!
It's just texture. But
is that a technique that they often use, or is that just specific for
it's quite an old technique, and they've tried to kind of modernize it by using like plastic thistles, but it just doesn't give the same effect. So you literally have to have these like dried flower seeds that do it. But yeah, it just gives the most beautiful effect, and I just and gives such a lovely kind of texture to colours as well.
You put that with your vintage scarf as well?
Yeah, that's one thing that comes with me all over the house.
I have mine here.
Yay!
Although I have to say, Walter keeps trying to steal it. Everybody likes wrapping themselves up in it, and I'm like, no, it's mummy's special one. But honestly, so nice, like come the evening time when you just need to chill out after a really long day, and you just snuggle up in that on the sofa. Bliss.
It's it's always kind of by my side, like in the office, or even if you've got to, like, I don't know, run out to the post box, instead of putting a coat on, I just wrap myself up with it. And because on every walk with me, it's I think it's very versatile, because it is a scarf, but it's a blanket, it's kind of
and didn't you have some lovely slippers on in that shot as well?
Yes, I do.
Are they your own brand as well?
Yes, So the pattern is handmade using a technique called hand intarsia, and then it's lined with fleece, which is a byproduct of the knit industry. So it's all British fleece and British wool as well, and it's made in the southwest.
I'm quite jealous of your slippers now. So if you could pick your most treasured piece in your entire wardrobe, I know that's tough, what would it be and why?
This is without doubt my beaded dress. I bought this dress, I think I was 23. I did an exhibition in Harrogate, and I was just kind of like mooching around the vintage shops afterwards and found this dress, and I think I paid about £40 for it or something like that. Every wedding and like cocktail parties when we had them, and it was just it's my go-to dress. If I don't know what I'm wearing, I'll always end up wearing it.
Is it vintage?
Yeah, vintage. It says black tie. I don't know. But it's the most beautiful beading.
Wow, look at that. Stunning. Look around the neckline and everything.
Yeah, when I bought it, I kind of thought, oh, that's nice. Like I'll treat myself. I think I had an event I was going to, and I've just worn it without fail.
Well, at least you don't have to worry what you're going to wear for a wedding, because you've got your outfit forever sorted.
Yeah. 2022, I think I've got like 4 weddings. I'll probably wear that dress to all of them.
So on a hopeful note, what about date night? What would be your date night outfit? Say if you're going out to a lovely restaurant sometime very soon, what would it be?
Well, it would be the black jumper, the black mod, which is covered in again a confetti of bright colours. So I'd definitely wear that with a skirt, because I need to get out of jeans sometimes.
That is amazing. Where's the skirt from?
It's Geyser. Gezu. Oh, I don't know how to say this. Gonna have to cut that. Gezu. I bought this a couple of years ago, just as a treat, and then I was pregnant and couldn't wear it for a year, and then the pandemic happens. I haven't worn it again, so this is definitely like this skirt needs to
wear that for breakfast, I think.
Yeah, like I was like, I'm going all out on Christmas Day.
Oh, did you? Good.
Yeah.
Good. It's gorgeous. I love the black with it, actually. I think that works really nicely.
Pair of boots. That's kind of. I'm imagining going somewhere for like cheese and wine, maybe a couple of cocktails.
We could start with the cocktails and then go on to cheese and wine.
And then cheese and wine.
Me too.
An early dinner. End up in
Yes.
7.
Oh, I can't wait. Genevieve, thank you so much for talking to me. It's been so lovely learning. I mean, we'd already met before, but learning more about you, discovering about behind the brand and how you started, and hopefully all my subscribers have really enjoyed this as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed it, and it's been really lovely showing you some of my favourite pieces as well.
Yeah, see you soon. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.